Welcome to this introduction video on how to use the FarmTree tool. Just go to farmtree.earth and navigate yourself to the tool. At this point we assume you have an account already, so log in and go to the tool. This is the so-called user interface, where you can define your plot definition as well as your plot plan. As you can see, I am assigned with the demo dataset. This dataset is freely accessible for everybody and it can show you what the tool can potentially do for you. But in this case, we already have defined an area of interest for which a dataset has been made. So in this case, I will go to the Tanzania Morogoro dataset, and it's important to select the currency of your country, which you can change here. The easiest way to use the user interface is just go from top to bottom and select all the things that apply. So here we start, for example, now, and our project duration is 40 years. Yearly interest rate on loans is 4%. We have a certain wage per day. And in case you can sell your stored carbon, you can select it here. But please, if you cannot sell your stored carbon, then leave it unticked. Then we go to farm socioeconomics, and it can be the case that you have a commercial farm, which will change your marketing capacity as well as your technical capacity, but you might have a semi-subsistence farm, and then you keep it like this. Then we go to the plot settings. And for this, it's easiest to select your region of interest in this map. So what we can do is we go to this map and we go to our region of interest. What we can do then is we can select a polygon with our plot of interest. What happens is that by creating this polygon in the map, you will retrieve climate data as well as soil data. So here you will get a future climate and you will get your soil data. Then we can select the trees that are there or that we would like to plant. So it might be the case that you already have some trees on your plot, let's say some bananas, and we say that maybe 40% of the plot is covered with bananas. Then we select that here. The bananas might have been planted 10 years ago, so we select that. Then maybe on, let's say, 20% of your plot, there is also mango trees, and they were planted already 20 years ago. The tree cycles, it says something about whether a tree will be replanted after it dies or after it's so old that it does not produce anything anymore. Maybe there is also some figs on your plot, and there might be some shrubs that were also planted in the past. Then maybe you want to plant some new trees. Well, then you just select your tree of interest, which might be a clove tree, for example, and you say, I plant it 10% of the plot, I plant it with clove trees. So it's in year 0 because we do it now. Then there might be some annual crops that you use yearly, which can be, for example, some maize. And we say that 10% of the plot consists of maize every year. So if we leave this empty, it means that maize will be planted every year. And if we do not select the months of planting, it'll assume that it's planted in the beginning of the rainy season. Then you might have some inputs. For example, there are some animals that come by your plot every now and then. So you might have some animal droppings, which adds nutrients to your soil. And maybe there's a lot of animals, so you have high volume. Then you can also select if it's not happening some years, and you can say it happens every this month or whenever. Then we can say or give our plot a name. So let's say test, and then we submit.